If you're thinking of redoing your bathroom, the ideal situation would be to rip it out and start afresh.
Bathrooms can cost anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000.
Now that is a lot of money, so if you don't have the cash, there is definitely other options. Wow, this is it. It's actually a good sized bathroom. I'm loving this window. It's letting in so much natural light. It's got good bones in here.
The layout is great. We don't have to move the plumbing, which is perfect. Now, these vanity doors have seen better days. The silver we've lost behind the mirror. The toilet's yuck.
Yeah, but you know what? Looking around, I believe we could refurb this bathroom for under $3,000.
I think we could too.
Yeah.
Well, let's clear out.
So we're just going over the walls now with the sugar soap to clean them down. Then we'll rinse it off with the clean water and go over it with some 400 grit sandpaper just to key it up a little bit.
Okay, our last bit of prep is to prime the tiles. Now it's time to get some colour on the wall. It's a duck egg, soft blue. I was inspired by the floor tiles. Now, something that's really important is when you're painting in a bathroom and the paint you choose, make sure it's mold resistant. Now, the prep work we did earlier is all because we are painting the tiles. We have chosen a Lexicon White, really gives a crisp look. The best part about this paint, it's designed for tiles and bench tops. The beauty about this job is with the paint and the primer, and once we finish painting, there is a top coat. It all costs around $200, much more affordable than retiling.
One of the first things you see when you walk into the bathroom is the size of that window. So we're utilising that space by building some timber shelves. We're just using this beautiful Tassie oak timber. You can just pick it up off the shelf from the hardware store, and I'm just cutting the pieces to size. With all our pieces cut, you can see that this Tassie oak is 19mm thick, but for the shelves, I actually want them to be double thickness. So now I'll just use some PVA glue and I'll laminate these together, clamp them, sit them aside and wait for it to dry. With the holes pre-drilled, we're now ready to put this frame together. The way it works, these two will be the side and then all the timbers will go in between. Now you might be looking at this thinking, Adam, this frame is a lot smaller than the window, and you would be correct. I am making 3 of these so we take up the whole area, and I'll just be gluing and screwing them together. And one thing you do want to make sure when you are working with this hardwood is that you actually pre-drill through the end grain as well. So once I put this in place, you'll notice that I'm pre-drilling and then putting the screw in. That way, we'll prevent any of the timber from splitting. And I think that is looking pretty good, but to finish it off, we're just going to go over it with some stain.
For our vanity doors, I have some 18mm marine ply that has just been cut to size. I'm applying a stain in a driftwood colour. Gives you that real coastal feel. Now, a great tip is to use a 4mm microfiber roller to give it that smooth finish.
The mirror in the bathroom is a little worse for wear, so we're going to dress it up a bit, and I'm going to be using this Tassie oak timber. That way, it ties in with everything else. With all our pieces cut, we're ready to put this frame together. To do that, I'll be using some PVA and a pin gun. If you don't have one of these, you can use some little brad nails, and it's a good idea to give the edges a bit of a sand too. How easy was that? And to finish it off, we'll just get a coat of stain. And once this is on, it's a lot cheaper than buying a timber frame mirror off the shelf.
We've made these simple timber boxes for our planter troughs. We have a lot of timber in the bathroom and I want to add another texture. I want to keep into the coastal theme by adding rope around the box. A little tip is to add some masking tape to your box, which will keep a nice straight line when you're adding your rope around it. now to plant up the trough. I have succulents here, which I love, great with our coastal theme. We don't have any drainage holes in this planter box, which is fine because we don't want the mess. I have a layer of pebbles, which will be great to help with the drainage. Well, I'm pretty happy with that. 1 down, 3 to go.
We're not going for any standard towel rail in our bathroom. We're doing one with added storage. Now, I've made this box exactly the same way as I did the window shelves. The only difference is I'm adding on this beautiful long towel rail. Now, there will be a bit of weight in this because it's so long with the wet towels. So the tip is you want to use some nice thick dowel. I've got 35mm Tassie oak here. And now that Daniela's finished staining and painting the backing board for me, I can screw it all together. The reason why I've added this 12mm backing board is because it will allow us to fix the unit to the wall and it will carry the weight for us. But we painted it the same colour as the wall. That way, when it is attached, this will just disappear and it will look like this Tassie oak frame is just floating. Nice. Right? Nice. Lovely, lovely.
Look at you. Actually opens the bathroom up even more. Well, here's my last piece.
Love it.
Love the bathroom. Look at, there's so many great features in here and really brings me back to my childhood memories. Living by the beach, the shells, the coral. I love the greenery. It just adds another element to the bathroom as well, and the colour on the wall.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It is. And for me, I mean, when we first walked in, I just noticed how big this window is. And it's such a feature of this bathroom, and now we've utilised that space. I think it looks fantastic.
It looks amazing.
Yeah. We promised you a budget makeover, and most of the changes we've made in here have been cosmetic. We only needed a plumber for a short amount of time just to replace the toilet and some tapware.
And for that reason, we delivered you a bathroom under $3,000.
I reckon that's money well spent.
It's pretty good to me.
This is fantastic.
Can you honestly walk into your bedroom and say that it's your sanctuary from the outside world? If not, don't worry, we have some great ideas that you can do yourself. You don't need a professional stylist and you don't need any tools. All you need to do is just watch this. On first inspection, this room is perfectly fine. It's neat and tidy, it's practical with the wardrobe, but it's pretty bland. All I can see everywhere is beige. So wouldn't it be nice to colour it up and add a few designer touches? Now you might be thinking that all sounds too hard or too expensive, but it really doesn't have to be. I can show you some simple tricks that you can do at home yourself.
This is it, don't you know? You can be forgiven though. And why can you not see how you're making it worse? I find it hard.
Paint is such a great way to transform a room. It's fast, it's affordable, and it's easy. In this room, the paint is actually in pretty good nick, so I'm just focusing on this one wall. I wanted to add some warmth and depth to the room, so I've chosen a colour that's really luscious and rich. It's called Antarctic Deep.
Leave your light on, baby. Let your love come shining through.
Look at this wall. It already looks so much better with the new darker colour, so much more modern. So now I'm going to focus on this mirrored wardrobe door. You saw them around a lot in the 70s and 80s and you still see them a lot now, but I've got a really great idea to fix them. Thanks, Sean.
No worries.
Okay, so this shiny metallic finish just isn't going to work for our new scheme for the bedroom. But I've got a few simple steps that will totally transform it, and the first thing I need to do is mask the front and back.
And I'm sure you know.
So here I'm using an etch primer, which is specifically designed for shiny surfaces. So for the top coat, I'm using a matte black, and that's because it's really fashionable at the moment. We're seeing it everywhere, from tapware to handles and hardware, and it's going to give the room a really modern feel. How good do these doors look? I am so happy with how they've turned out. Now, you could just leave them exactly as they are, or you could take it to the next level by using these black stained timber slats. And I've placed some double-sided tape on the back, and I'm just going to place them straight onto the mirror like that. And they'll end up looking like Japanese shoji screens. Sheer curtains are a really lovely way to add softness in a room, especially in a bedroom. And to cheat having a bigger window, we've used the whole width and whole length of this wall. Okay, how about a really stylish bed head for under $150, and all you need is some MDF and some wallpaper. This was the tallest size I could get, so I've added an extension piece here because I really wanted to create some height behind the bed to create a feature. The next step to bring all of this together is to add in a frame. We're using pre-cut, pre-primed 42 by 42. And the reason for that is to allow some space behind the bed so that you can access a PowerPoint. And secondly, the frame will just provide some support to stop warping. I'm just making some pre-drilled holes, and then I'm going to screw it all together. And the last part of the build is just the legs. We're using off-the-shelf pine. This is going to give it the wow factor. It's a beautiful special order wallpaper from Bunnings, and the beauty of this is that it's not like the old-fashioned wallpapers that you used to have to dip in the glue. This one, you apply a paste directly to the hard surface and then the wallpaper over the top.
Got that?
That's perfect, thanks. Wow, this wallpapered bed head looks absolutely amazing, and to make it pop, we've added this white border around the outside, and it kind of looks like an artwork on the wall now. This botanical print has so many gorgeous colours in it. I've used that as inspiration for the bed linen. So we've got some gorgeous soft pinks, ochre, mustard, and some lovely soft greens.
What could be better than living to be a masterpiece?
For the finishing touches in here, we've used this gorgeous rattan pendant light. And then the final thing, we don't have space for a large bedside table, so we've attached a wall light directly to the bed head. This is great because you don't need the expense of an electrician, and it's space saving. I think you'd agree, this is a dramatic transformation. The best part is, absolutely anyone can do this. All you need is a drill, a paintbrush, and a little bit of inspiration.